So today we're talking a little bit about the delay of the robotaxis. We'll start with Ark and the last podcast and Tasha Keeney, what she thinks the future of Tesla is and the robotaxi service. So also we'll talk a little bit about Analysts' predictions. Giga Berlin is getting a gem, so stay tuned.
We believe robotaxis will be one of the largest AI opportunities of our time. And we expect roughly $28 trillion in enterprise value to be created in 2030 thanks to robotaxis or autonomous ride hail. So to kick it off, why do we care about autonomous ride hail? Well, the cost of personal mobility really hasn't changed in the past 100 years since the Model T. And that's changing now. We expect that at scale, a robotaxi could cost a consumer just 25 cents per mile. That's less than half the cost of a personal car and less than a tenth of the cost of a taxi today. This is a super dramatic cost decline, and we think that this will drive consumer adoption of autonomous ride hail. Autonomous taxis will be much safer than personally driven cars, but ultimately they will be cheaper, and that's what makes them such an attractive opportunity. You can think of the 25 cents as the lowest price point that a robotaxi operator or a service provider could charge a consumer and still make a profit, although we do believe that higher price points could exist, and I'll get to that in a bit. They're already operating today. So we saw that last year, the run rate of commercial autonomous rides reached over 2 million trips on an annualized basis. And robotaxis are already in over 20 cities globally, and 7 have commercial operations. But it's really a question of who will get to scale first. And that's where Tesla comes in. So if you look at the graph on the right, you can see that Tesla customers today are driving more than 2 million miles a day in FSD or full self-driving mode alone. So they're actually driving more miles than that, just not with FSD enabled. So all of that data can be used by Tesla to pull from, to look at corner cases, to train its full autonomy efforts. Not only are robotaxis already here, they're also proving to be safer than humans. So this is adjusted for non-highway driving or surface or city streets, which is actually more accident prone on a per mile basis on average. But we already see that Tesla's data suggests that using FSD is roughly 5 times safer than not using it or than driving your Tesla yourself. It's also safer than the national average, and we see that Waymo is also operating at a rate that is safer than the national average for accidents. Notably, Cruise's accident rate is actually below the national average, and we saw them getting in an accident roughly once every 43 miles. So this could actually be the reason why they were sidelined by regulators. And not only will autonomous cars save lives lost to auto accidents, but also due to emissions. So today, emissions contribute to roughly 10,000 deaths a year in the US. And thanks to autonomous technology, autonomous cars will actually accelerate the transition to electric miles versus gas, because we believe that the cost decline, that 25 cents per mile, is enabled by a much higher utilization rate than today's personally driven cars. Autonomous cars could get above a 50% utilization rate, so slightly above taxis today, in other words. And I think an important question to consider here is, has this new wave of AI that we've seen over the past year, the advent of ChatGPT and so many other groundbreaking models, actually benefited autonomous driving companies? And the answer is absolutely. So large language model breakthroughs have enabled text-based training, validation, and self-explanations from AI models. And if you think of an autonomous driving model that can explain itself, of course, this could be really attractive to regulators.
So let's talk about the Robotaxi Delay. We already know that Tesla's Robotaxi event was pushed back from August to October, and that's why the stock dropped. The event was set to release what was going on to be Tesla's next groundbreaking product. However, Tesla is not quite ready to roll out the Robotaxi prototypes. There was a lot of changes that Elon wanted to do, and it wasn't completely to his satisfaction. And also, Elon is a perfectionist, so... But first reported by Bloomberg, Tesla is said to need more time to build the first units of the Robotaxis. And it's because it is built upon the automaker's next generation platform, which is to blame for the company's lack of growth in 2024. More development is needed. And according to Benzinga Newswire, Gary Black shared his thoughts about Tesla's Robotaxis. Gary Black, managing partner at Future Fund, took to X to share his thoughts the approval criteria for Robotaxi service for Tesla. Black emphasizes that Waymo has obtained approval to offer Robotaxi rates in multiple cities, because that for Tesla to obtain similar approval, it must demonstrate efficiency, specifically achieving 1 intervention per 17,000 miles, as good as Waymo, and be willing to assume liability for any damages or injury. If not, Tesla won't be granted Robotaxi licenses. Black referenced James Catt, known as Tesla Commentary, who expressed skepticism about Tesla's full self-driving technology, or FSD. Catt highlighted that Waymo had an intervention rate of 1 per 17,000 miles in 2023, while Tesla FSD currently requires a safety-critical intervention every 250 to 500 miles. Catt said Tesla's FSD is an excellent driver assistance software.
He's saying the delay did not change ultimately your bullish call on Tesla. Why not?
Look, I mean, it's 2 months. We're not talking 9 months, a year. You'd rather them be what I view as kind of a jaw-dropper event. And that's what really needs to happen in October. And obviously, the delay is not what you want to see. So no one's popping champagne when you hear that there's going to be delayed. Congrats to Ed and Dana on the story. But in terms of the AI story, FSD, the next phase of Tesla, that's unchanged. That's why in our opinion, this is just more an air pocket period to get on to what I view as gold at the end of the rainbow.
Let's talk about some of the golds at the end of the rainbow. Ed, I mean, we had seen a run up in Tesla's stock previous week, up 27%. Exactly. We did see a fall yesterday.
Yeah, and look, what really surprised me overnight was all of the retail investor community very publicly on X saying to Elon Musk, like, can you confirm this? Can you confirm this? Like, Bloomberg stands by its reporting, and we always reach out to Elon Musk and any other avenue at Tesla to ask for comment and verify. But Dan, what was it then? I know that you remain bullish on Tesla, but when I said you were coming on the show, a lot of folks in that community were saying, well, explain the 8.4% drop that happened in Thursday's session. Is that just because the run-up in the stock that preceded it, or is it because of genuine concern?
No, I think it's more the run-up. Look, this is going to be a historical day, whether it's 8/8 or 10/8 or whatever day it's going to be in October. A lot of anticipation going in here. And in my opinion, Tesla's more of an AI robotics play than just an auto company. And investors, they don't like delays because then it feeds into that narrative. And obviously the bears that they focus on in terms of empty promises. And I think it's important, and this is the most important thing, that when they have this event in October, it doesn't disappoint. It shows the path for robotaxis, shows autonomous, shows the AI vision and monetization. 2-month delay, that's a rounding error relative to where we see longer term. As we've said, I think the AI story alone is worth $1 trillion for Tesla.
Then Ives, analyst with Wedbush Securities, said he's not changing his bullish thesis for Tesla. It is 2 months of a delay, not a year or longer. We would rather have them be what Ives views as a jaw-dropping event in terms of the story. Ives said, FSD, the next phase of Tesla, is unchanged.
I don't think it invalidates it, but it does put it off. And that's what Elon did yesterday. Sadly, as a Tesla shareholder, option trader, I like what the company had done over the past, 11 trading sessions or something. Right. Put on a lot of nice market cap.
Yeah.
Then We reversed yesterday from about 270 or 272 in that stock to fall all the way down into the 240s. That's a pretty ugly drop. $30 plus, massive turnaround. And it was, okay, delay of Robotaxi, delay maybe of that Model 3 variant and so forth. Those kinds of things, Oliver, happen for a whole variety of reasons. Look at how long it took them to finally get the Cybertruck out there.
Right, yeah.
But overall,
with time he comes around.
Yeah, but this guy is the world's greatest cheerleader when he's got the things to cheer for.
Right.
And he was talking about, well, robotaxis are going to be $1 trillion business for us. And you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
And, the stock zooms. And then he pulls back a little bit like he did yesterday with, we might have to push that event out a little further into the future. It's natural, I think, to see a reversal yesterday, a little continuation today, but I don't think we go back down. I think the April lows in the 140s or something that. I think that was a gift. Those areas in Tesla stock were a gift.
Now, this is so awesome. Tesla Roddy reported, Tesla Giga Berlin unveils Giga Gym for factory employees. Giga Berlin seems to determined to become the electric vehicle maker's most fun factory, as could be seen in a recent video posted by Tesla Manufacturing on its official media account on X. Tesla Germany recently took the reps of Giga Berlin's in-house Giga Gym. The Giga Gym, based on the video posted by Tesla, seems to be fully equipped with a good variety of fitness equipment, from weights to cardio machines and spaces for activities like yoga. And in true Tesla fashion, the gym walls are filled with some cool murals. Plant manager Andre Thiering noted in April that Tesla Germany would be focusing on preventative health care for the facility employees. Here comes your analyst price targets. Market Watch. Tesla was downgraded from neutral to sell by UBS, however, increases price target from $147 to $197. Citigroup adjusts Tesla price to $274 from $182, keeps neutral rating. Mizuho Securities adjusts price target for Tesla to $230 from $180, keeps neutral rating. Redburn Atlantic adjusts Tesla to $140 from $130 and keeps sell rating. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Claudia, and goodbye.